Okay, now let us do the next experiment, that is experiment number 8, and the aim it is to perform the assay of aspirin. Okay, so today we will perform the next experiment, that is experiment number 8, to perform the assay of aspirin tablets or aspirin. Okay, so as per the procedure as we discussed, let us do the next part of this experiment, that is the actual procedure. In that we will perform the actual procedures of the assay of the aspirin. Okay, so this assay of aspirin, it is divided into two main parts. One, it is the standardizations of the 0.5 normal SCL, and after that next part, that is the assay of aspirin tablet. Okay, or assay of aspirin. So let us do these practicals, okay, of assay of aspirin. So for the assay of aspirin and standardizations of the 0.5 normal hydrochloric acid, we required some chemicals, that is we required hydrochloric acids. Okay, also we require sodium hydroxides. Okay, also we require sodium carbonate. Okay, Na2CO3. Okay, also we required the particular indicators. Okay, that is phenolphthalein indicator. This is phenolphthalein indicator, you can see. Okay, also we have another indicator, that is it is called as the methyl orange indicator. It is, we have the methyl orange indicator also we have. Okay, so these are some chemicals which are required for the assay of aspirin. Now also we have to prepare some reagents, like we required 0.5 normal SCl. Okay, so I have prepared here 0.5 normal SCl. Also second reagent, that is 0.5 normal Na2CO3, that is the 0.5 normal sodium carbonate. Okay, also I have prepared for 100 ml. Okay, after that the third reagent, it is required 0.5 normal NaOH solution, that is 0.5 normal sodium hydroxide solution. So also I have prepared it for 100 ml solution. Okay, all the reagents. Okay, now after that we required some apparatus, that is we required conical flask, measuring cylinder. Okay, after that we require stirrer. Okay, also the dropper. Also we required the particular this is the burette stands. Okay, also we require for heating purpose heating mantle. Okay, so all these apparatus are required for this experiment of assay of aspirin. Okay, so let us see about the procedure now. Now the first step in that, that is into the procedure. So first part, it is the standardization of 0.5 normal SCl solution. Okay, as we discussed into the procedure. So first of all we have to take 0.5 normal SCl. Okay, and we have to add into the burette. Okay, so first of all we have to pour this 0.5 normal SCl into the burette. Okay, fill this burette by using 0.5 normal SCl. Okay, after that you have to take into the conical flask. You have to take into the conical flask, that is you have to take about 20 ml of prepared 0.5 normal Na2CO3 solution. Okay, so first of all you have to take into the burette 20 ml of 0.5 normal Na2CO3 solution. Then you have to add 20 ml of, then you have to add 20 ml of distilled water to it. Then you have to add 20 ml of distilled water to it. Okay, and then you have to add 1 to 2 drops of methyl orange indicator. Then you have to add 1 to 2 drops of methyl orange indicator, and after that you have to titrate. Okay, with the solution of 0.5 normal SCl, which is taken in burette. Okay, until the color changes from yellow to orange. Okay, so let us do this next step of this practical. Okay, as per the procedure, first of all I have filled 0.5 normal SCl into this burette. Okay, up to the mark, up to the 0 mark I have filled. Okay, up to the 0 mark I have filled this particular burette. Okay, up to the 0 mark I have filled this particular burette. Okay, now by using 0.5 normal HCl. Then I have also added 20 ml of 0.5 normal Na2CO3 solution, that is sodium, that is the this is 0.5 normal Na2CO3 solution, that is the sodium carbonate, into this conical flask. I have added also the 20 ml of that is Na2CO3 solution into this flask. Okay. Now after that, next part it is you have to add 20 ml of distilled water. Okay. So this is 20 ml of distilled water. Okay. So I am adding 20 ml of distilled water to this Na2CO3 solution, that is the sodium carbonate solution. Okay. So I have added here 20 ml of distilled water. Now you have to shake it, shake the flask properly. Okay. Or stir this or shake this flask. So mix water as well as the sodium carbonate. Okay. So after that you have to add indicator, that is the methyl orange indicator. It is 2 to 3 drops. Okay. So you can see this is methyl orange indicator. Okay. So you have to add about 2 to 3 drops. 1, this is 2, and this is 3 drops I have added into this solution. Okay. After that you have to shake it properly. Okay. So after shaking you will find that, or you will observe, there is a yellow color is formed. Okay. After the additions of methyl orange, okay, into this solution. Now after that, the next part, that is the titration of this sodium carbonate solution with 0.5 normal HCl solution, which is taken into the burette. Okay. So the end point color will changes yellow to orange, means the yellow color it changes to orange. Until that you have to titrate it, so you get the end point of the orange color. Okay. Let us do the titration now. So you can see the titration is going on. You have to add drop by drop this 0.5 normal HCl into the sodium carbonate solution. Okay. And after that you have to also shake this flask continuously, so until you get the orange color. Now this yellow color will changes to orange color, so that will be your end point. So do this titration continuously until you get the orange color. Okay. After the standardization of 0.5 normal HCl solution with 0. Normal sodium carbonate solution, so we get 3 readings. Okay. So this is the observation table for standardization of 0.5 normal HCl solution. As per the procedure, we have taken the 3 readings and we have the calculations of 3 readings into the observation. Okay. So into the observation table, serial number that is 1 to 3, then initial burette reading, that is 0 ml. After that final burette reading, it is found to be, first reading it is 19.2 ml, second it is 20.2 ml, and third it is a 19.4 ml. Okay. So the total mean will be of these 3 readings, it is found to be 19.6 ml. Okay. So this mean, it is 19.6 ml. It will be we will put this mean into the calculation of normality of 0.5 normal HCl. In that we will put this mean into the formula. Okay. So this is about the standardizations of 0.5 normal HCl as we have done. Okay. As we have completed. Now let us do the next part of the procedure, that is the second part, that is the assay of aspirin. So let us do the next part, that is the assay of aspirin. Okay. The next procedure, it is assay of aspirins. Let us do this next part. Okay. Now let us do the next part of the procedures of the assay of aspirin. So into the assay of aspirins, first of all, we have to weigh accurately 20 tablets of the aspirin marketed preparation. Okay. And after that, weigh the accurately a quantity of powder which is equivalent to about 0.15 gram, means we have to take the actual weight of the aspirin 0.15 gram. Okay, into the procedure, but we have the tablets. Okay. So we will take the equivalent weight, that is 0.15 gram of the 20 tablets. Okay. Now after that the aspirin 0.15 gram, you have to place these solids into the conical flask. Okay, and after that you have to add 20 ml of 0.5 normal NaOH solution, and then you have to add 20 ml of distilled water to this conical flask. Then you have to shake it properly, mix, and after that you have to particular boil gently for 10 minutes. Okay, this solution then you have to boil gently for 10 minutes. After that you have to titrate with excess of NaOH solution, okay, with this 0.5 normal HCl which is taken into the burette, and we have to use the phenolphthalein as an indicator. Okay, so first of all this is the next step, that is the procedure for the assay of aspirin. Okay, so let us do this procedure or next part. Now we have to take the equivalent weight of aspirin tablet. So I have taken aspirin that is 0.23 gram, means actually we have to take 0.15 gram. Okay, so the equivalent weight of tablet, it is, I have taken 0.23 gram after the calculation. Okay, so let us see how the equivalent weight it is calculated, that is 0.23 gram. Now you can see this is the equivalent weight of tablet for the calculation. So first of all we have the aspirin tablet, okay, and its equivalent weight as per the procedure we require, that is 0.15 gram. Okay, that is 150 mg gram. Sorry, 150 mg. Okay, so it will be 0.15 gram. We have to take accurately the equivalent weight of the tablet. Then second part is the weight of that is aspirin tablet. So it is found to be 500 mg. The whole weight of this one tablet is found to be 500 mg. Okay, so after that the actual aspirin which is present into the tablet, that is the API aspirin, it is 325 mg. 325 mg which is actual present as per the label claim. Okay, on the marketed preparation of aspirin tablet. Okay, so actual weight aspirin it is found to be 500 mg, and it contains actual aspirin, it is 325 mg. Okay, and we require 0.15 gram or we require 150 mg. Okay, so we have the calculation, that is if 500 mg aspirin tablet, the weight of tablet which contains 325 mg of actual aspirin, so the x gram of aspirin tablet will contains 150 mg of actual aspirin powder form. Okay, so by the cross multiplication we get 500 into 150 divided by 325, so is equal to 230 mg. Okay, so it convert into the gram, so it is aspirin was found to be 0.23 gram. Okay, so this equivalent weight you have to take, okay, into the procedure. So I have taken this is here aspirin 0.23 gram. This is the powder I have taken of the aspirin. Now you have to place into the conical flask. The next step it is you have to place this equivalent weight of aspirins into the conical flask. Okay, after that after that you have to add 20 ml of 0.5 normal NaOH solution. Then you have to add 20 ml of distilled water. Then you have to add 2 to 3 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator, and after that you have to titrate with 0.5 normal HCl which is taken into the burette. Okay, until you get the faint pink color. Okay, that will be your end point. So let us do this next step. So first of all I have transferred this 0.23 gram of this aspirin powder, okay, inside this conical flask. Then I have taken into the measuring cylinder, that is 20 ml of this 0.5 normal NaOH solution. Then you have to transfer into this conical flask. Okay, slowly like this. Okay, I have added 20 ml of 0.5 normal NaOH solution. Then you have to mix this flask. Okay, shake this flask to mix the aspirin powder into the NaOH. Then you have to take 20 ml of distilled water, and then you have to add to this mixture of aspirin. Now look at here, I have taken 20 ml of distilled water. Okay, and you have to pour this distilled water, or you have to add to this aspirin NaOH solution like this, that is 20 ml. Okay, so I have added the 20 ml of distilled water. Okay, now the next step is that you have to boil this solution. So first of all you have to shake it properly until the solid will dissolve. If solid not dissolve, then you have to boil this for 10 minutes. Okay, now You have to boil gently or to warm gently, okay, on heating mantle or boiling water bath for 10 minutes, okay. So let us do that, and after that you have to add then phenolphthalein indicator to this cool solution, and then titrate with 0.5 normal HCl solution. So let us warm this solution on heating mantle. Now let us warm this solution on this heating mantle until it get boiled for about 10 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes we will remove this flask from the heating mantle and we will stop the heating, and after that we will cool this solution and then add 1 to 2 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator and titrate with 0.5 normal HCl until you get the faint pink color. Okay, so let us do the first of all boiling of this mixture of aspirin. Okay, then we will go for the next step. Now after the warming this aspirin solution, after the cooling, okay, I have added 2 to 3 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator. Okay, also I have shaked this solution. Now the next step I have done, that is it is titrated with 0.5 normal HCl solution. Okay, so first of all you get the faint pink color after the additions of the phenolphthalein. Then after the titration and after the end point, the pink color will disappear, that is the color change will be pink to colorless. So that will be your end point. Okay, so first reading of this particular titration, you can see there is a colorless solution, you can see. Okay, and also we have the reading, that is about 4.2. Okay, so 4.2 reading we have the first reading. Okay, so after this first reading, colorless endpoint, let us do the second and third number reading. After that we will take the mean. Okay, or we will calculate the mean. So let us do the next step of this practical. So second and third reading. Okay, so let us do this practical. Now onto the assay of aspirin, we take the 3 readings and also we draw the observation table, you can see. Okay, so into the observation table, serial number 1 to 3, initial reading, initial Bureau reading 00 ml, and we find the final Bureau reading. So first reading it is 4.2 ml, second it is 4.8 ml, and third it is 4.6 ml. So we have the average or mean, it is 4.53 ml. Okay, so we will put this average or mean into the calculations of the percent purity of the aspirin. Okay, so let us do the next part, that is the calculations of the percentage purity of aspirin as well as calculations of standardization of 0.5 normal HCl solution. So let us do this next part of this experiment, that is the calculation.